sun came up like it always does. Didn't check on us. I stood still when the shots rang out, felt fate breathe down my mouth. They say luck's a gift from God, but it passed me like a stranger not. Timing decides who lives or bleeds, not prayers, not beliefs. It was a day mercy missed me, stood right by my side, watched me fall and did nothing, didn't even try. If grace is real, it blinked too slow and left me where I lay. It was the day mercy missed me and walked away. Mama said you're still alive, like survival means you're fine, but breathing hurts worse than death when fear won't loosen its grip. Every scar keeps perfect time with the moment you cross the line. It was a day mercy missed me, stood right by my side, watched me fall and did nothing, didn't even try. If grace is real, it blinked too slow and left me where I lay. It was a day mercy missed me and walked away. Save the moment I survived. It was a day mercy missed me. Now I don't ask why. I carry what I lived through and let the rest die. If forgiveness ever comes, it won't come free. It was the day mercy missed me that it made me. The wind moves on, blood dries fast. Mercy pass, creeks under a pale blue sky. Justice don't ask why. Town square whispers when I pass, like my shadow's made of glass. Every step below the stair, they already hung me there. Truth don't matter, only blame, and blame don't need a name. Hangman knows my name. He don't need proof or prayer. He smiles like we're old friends. Says, son, life ain't fair. I paid my sins and borrowed shame. Now the debt's the same, where the guilt I tried to run, but roads run dry when fate decides you're gonna die. Sheriff said his God's own plan. God never shook my hand. Every lie wears holy clothes when fear is what the crowd shows. The hangman knows my name. He don't need proof or prayer. He smiles like we're old friends. Says, son, life ain't fair. I paid my sins and borrowed shame. Now the debt's the same, whether guilty or the same. The hangman knows my name. If I fall, don't call it grace, just another erased face. Tell my story wrong or right, I'll be gone by morning light. The hangman knows my name, and that's enough to end it all. I stand tall in borrowed courage when I hear that final call. If heaven turns its eyes away and hell feels just the same, let history decide the truth. The hangman knows my name. Rope still sways, crowd goes home. Justice sleeps alone. I learned my hymns in a barroom choir. Neon lights and cheap design. Knees don't bend on holy ground. They bend when everything breaks down. Whiskey taught me how to pray. All nights got turned away. I don't ask for clean forgiveness, just enough to face the day. If heaven listens to broken men, I'll say it my own way. Yeah, whiskey taught me how to pray. Bible dust on a dashboard dash. Hope runs thin, faith runs fast. I talk to God between each drink. He never answers, but I still think. Whiskey taught me how to pray with shaking hands and words of clay. I don't need no choir singing, just silence while I stay. If mercy's cheap, I can't afford what the churchmen say. Yeah, whiskey taught me how to pray. die with a glass nearby. Don't say I didn't try. I spoke to God the only way I knew how that night. Whiskey taught me how to pray, not to beg, just to say I did the best with what I had in the mess I made. When the bottle's empty and dawn shows gray, I'll walk away. Whiskey taught me how to pray. Iron sky, dusty breath. A man learns fast the shape of death. I stole to eat, I stole to live, took what mercy wouldn't give. Judge said, boy, you chose your fate, like hunger ever learned to wait. Right and wrong blur in the rain when survival feels the same. There's no cross for a thief, no prayer at the end, just a shallow hole and a warning to friends. If salvation's only clean, I was never in the plan. There's no cross for a thief, just a rope of a man. I loved once, but love don't last. When your future's chained to your past. She said run, but nowhere safe, when the law's just another face. Every door is locked by fear, every choice disappears. There's no cross for a thief, no prayer at the end, just a shallow hole and a warning to friends. If salvation's only clean, I was never in the plan. There's no cross for a thief, just a rope of man. If God counts sins like men do, then heaven's empty too. If grace can't bleed or steal or starve, it was never meant for hearts like ours. There's no cross for a thief, so I'll stand on my feet. I won't beg for forgiveness from the hands that beat. If the devil wants my soul, he'll have to understand there's no cross for a thief, but I died a man. Chains fall quiet, dust settles fast. Nothing forgives a past. the faith to rot beneath the gate. I buried God behind the barn, right next to where my childhood died. Said sorry once, didn't mean no harm, but hope don't listen when it's tired. Belief breaks easy in the dirt when answers never come first. I buried God behind the barn with a shovel and a lie. I beg for signs, I beg for calm, he never even tried. If heaven watched me fall apart, it turned away in shame. I buried God behind the barn and nothing felt the same. Mama cried when she found the hole, said son, you don't get to choose. But pain taught me control and faith was something I could lose. They say belief is all you need, but belief don't stop the bleed. I buried God behind the barn with a shovel and a lie. I beg for signs, I beg for calm, he never even tried. If heaven watched me fall apart, it turned away in shame. I buried God behind the barn and nothing felt the same. Tonight, will he forgive or start a fight? Or will he look just like me, empty, cold, and incomplete? I buried God behind the barn, but the guilt won't stay underground. Every prayer comes back to form with my voice, my sound. If salvation ever comes, it won't wear his face. I buried God behind the barn and took his place. Dirt settles, silence reigns. They'll lower me slow in borrowed dirt, say nice things that don't hurt, but truth won't fit on a wooden sign. Some men don't leave halos behind. There'll be no cross for my grave, no angel carved in stone, just a name half forgotten and the sins I own. I don't need heaven's claim or mercy's weight. There'll be no cross for my grave. I chose a road that chews you up. Called it freedom, called it love. Every mile took a little more. the wind telling the truth to whoever finds. If God keeps counting men like me, he's brave. There'll be no cross for my grave. I ain't asking to be saved, just remembered right. A man can be wrong and still fight. I live by my choices, I'll die by my hand. When the dirt settles deep and still, I'll behave. There'll be no cross for my grave. Church doors closed, rain stood still. Something went wrong on Burial Hill. They dug my grave at 3:30, swore the body would be me. Mama wore black, couldn't speak, while the ground refused to eat. Death shows up when it wants to. Sometimes it changes who. It was a day the coffin stayed empty while my sins stood in line. I should have died, but fate blinked first, left me trapped in time. If living's worse than dying slow, then I already know. It was the day the coffin stayed empty and took my soul. Sheriff crossed himself and said, some men don't get buried dead. I felt colder standing free than 6 feet under ever could be. Survival ain't mercy, it's delay, another form of pain. It was the day the coffin stayed empty while my sins stood in line. I should have died, but fate blinked first, left me trapped in time. If living's worse than dying slow, then I already know. It was the day the coffin stayed empty and took my soul. The day the coffin stayed empty, now I carry it inside. Every heartbeat sounds like dirt hitting wood I can't hide. When the end finally stays wild. Some men die alive. Blacktop hums like a hungry mouth, swallows dreams heading south. I left mine in a motel sink, washed this world with blood and ink. Every mile stripped me clean till I was less than what I'd been. You don't lose yourself all at once. It's death by distance, mile by mile. This is the road that ain't my name. Chewed it up and called it fate. I was somebody yesterday, now I'm just weight that I can take. If I vanish without a trace, don't carve it in the stone. This is a road that ate my name and made me bone. Gas station lights like dying stars. Every face asks who you are. I tell them lies that almost fit. Truth don't buy you much of anything. Memory fades when you don't look back. Survival erases the facts. This is a road that ain't my name. Chewed it up and called it fate. I was somebody yesterday, now I'm just a weight that I can take. If I vanish without a trace, don't carve it in the stone. This is a road that ate my name and made me bone. If identity's a thing you keep, mine bled out in my sleep. I don't know who I'm supposed to be, but the road remembers me. This is the road that ate my name. I don't fight it anymore. I wear the silence like a coat. I learn what nothing's for. If I die out here alone, let the asphalt moan. This is the road that ate my name and carried me home. Engines fade, stars move on, names are gone. Names are gone. He talked with fists and tired eyes, said nothing about the reasons why. Every lesson came out mean. Every truth stayed in between. I learned silence from my father, how to swallow, hurt and stand, how to say nothing at all when you're breaking like a man. It pains a language handed down learned silence from my father. He never said I'm proud of you, just nodded once like that would do. I wear his habits like a coat, heavy words he never wrote. I learned silence from my father, how to lose without a sound, how to bury every fear where it won't be found. Love was something we survived, not something planned. Yeah, I learned silence from my father. If he knew the man I am, would he shake my hand or just look away again like he always did back then? I learned silence from my father, now it's all I know. I don't scream, I don't confess, I just let it go. When my son asks who I was, I'll try to stand, but I learned silence from my father, like a man. Moon hanging low like a loaded thread. Black River knows what I confessed. Boots in the mud, heart full of rust. I crossed that line 'cause I thought I must. That black river don't forgive. It just takes what you got left to give. You can wash your hands, wash another prayer I never made. I learned my songs from a loaded gun, from the way it shines when the work gets done. Sunday words never stop the pain, but iron faith stayed the same. Hope's a lie that feels divine when you're out of ways to survive. This is a song for the broken gun, for the damage I've already done. I don't ask to be forgiven, I just ask to be undone. If God listens to the weak, He ain't listening in to me. So I sing this psalm in rust and smoke till the silence speaks. I kiss goodbye with shaking hands, left my name in a wasteland. Every choice I've tried to save just dug another grave. Faith feels thin when night comes fast, and every shadow wears your past. This is a song for the broken gun, for the damage I've already done. I don't ask to be forgiven, I just ask to be undone. If God listens to the weak, He ain't listening in to me. So I sing this song in rust and smoke till the silence speaks. If redemption costs my breath, I'll pay it slow, I'll pay it dead. Let heaven turn, let angels run, I'll finish what I've begun. If there's peace on the other side, it don't look like what they promised me. So I sing this song to the dark tonight and set myself free. Smoke drifts high, metal still, God stay silent. Welcome sign's been shut to hell, still says home, but you can tell. Dreams come here to learn to die under borrowed stars and Annabelles. This town eats its young, chews them slow, spits them numb. Calls it tradition, calls it pride, calls it living, but it's just time if you make it out alive. You'll never come back the same. Yeah, this town eats its young and forgets their names. High school heroes fade to dust. Fast love, rusted trust. Every promise carved in stone ends up cold and overgrown. This town eats its young, feeds on hope till there's none. Says stay loyal, stay in line, while it steals your spine. I watch my friends go one by one into jail, into flame. Yeah, this town eats its young and forgets their names. Scream, you'd hear it loud. Some soil poisons what it grows. You don't leave 'cause you don't care. You leave 'cause you know this town eats its young. I barely got away, still feel its teeth in my back. Every single day, if I die far from where I'm from, don't call it shame. This town eats its young. I escape the same. Floorboards creak like they remember every cold November. This house knows every lie told. Watch me turn from brave to cold. Walls soaked up my anger slow, like rain that never learned to go. You can leave, but guilt stays put, buried deep in rotting wood. This is a house that learned my sins, heard my prayers and laughed at them. Every night it calls my name like shame don't ever sleep. If hell has rooms with familiar skin, I've already lived in one. This is the house that learned my sins before I learned what I'd become. Mama's room still smells like grief. Daddy's chair won't let me leave. Every step feels out of place, like I'm haunting my own face. Some ghost breathe, some just stare, somewhere skinned and breathe the air. This is a house that learned my sin, heard my prayers and laughed at them. Every night it called my name like shame don't ever sleep. If hell has rooms with familiar skin, I've already lived in one. This is a house that learned my sins before I learned what I'd become. If I burn it down tonight, will the truth escape the fire, or would it rise in blackened smoke and choke me one last time? This is a house that learned my sins. I won't kneel inside again. Let the roof cave in with lies, let the silence win. If forgiveness lies somewhere, it don't know this ground. This is a house that learned my sins. Now I'm walking out. Slam shut, night stands still. The house remembers me. Lines get drawn by trembling hands between the law and no man's land. Red ink stains a county map, each marks a deal you can't unwrap. They say borders keep you safe, but they're just inside your grave. Justice bends where money flows, truth don't care who runs the show. There's blood on the county map, every line's a loaded trap. Cross it wrong, you don't come back, no badge will save your name. I learned young where mercy snaps, right between the white and black. There's blood on the county map, and I'm to blame. I saw brothers turn to pray over land they couldn't say belonged to God or gun or law, just whoever drew it raw. Power loves a quiet crime, buried deep in ink and time. There's blood on the county map, every line's a loaded trap. Cross it wrong, you don't come back, no badge will save your name. I learned young where mercy snaps, right between the white and black. There's blood on the county map, and I'm to blame. and skin, who decides who's wrong or in. Every mark was once a man who didn't fit the plan. There's blood on the county map, and I can't wash it clean. History just calls it fate, but I know what it means. If the ground could testify, it would scream my name. There's blood on the county map, and I helped draw the stain. Paper folds, truth stays flat, blood remembers maps. Mailbox bent, road sign gone. Same dead end I grew up on. I never told him where I stay, still he shows up uninvited. Devil knows my address, knocks like an old friend does. Says I ain't lost, just honest about the man I was. If hell's got a waiting list, I'm already on the map. Yeah, the devil knows my address, and they don't need GPS. Mama prayed me out of this town, but prayer don't stop a bloodline curse. Every choice I tried to make led me back to dirt and hurt. The devil knows my address, reads me better than God. He don't promise me forgiveness, just the truth I forgot. I slam the door, kill the lights, still he laughs out back. Yeah, the devil knows my address, and he's patient like that. If I move my name, change my face, would the darkness still know the place? Some deaths follow every step, some doors never forget. The devil knows my address, I stop pretending he don't. I ain't proud, I ain't fearless, I just do what I want. When this house caves in on me and the ground takes its task, put it on my headstone plain, the devil knew where he was at. Church bells crack, singing off key. Preacher talks about what I'll never be. Hands folded tight, eyes full of doubt. Face just another way around. Sing a hymn for the hollow man, lost between God and the devil's hand. I tried to kneel, I tried to pray, but mercy never learned my name. Graveyard wind calls me friend, says all roads break in the end. I dug my dreams with a rusty spade, watch them rot in the choices I made. Sing a hymn for the hollow man, built of scars and broken plans. If heaven's door is locked tonight, I sleep in the cold with my wrongs and right. No white light, no warning sign, just ticking clocks and borrowed time. If judgment comes with fire and sound, I'll stand